Good evening. 브렐렌. 브렐렌님 되게 오랜만에 오셨다. We haven't seen you in quite some time. Hello. 소나님, as always, it's good to see you. 세유님, 냉동만두님. Why? It's going okay, I guess. I'm streaming, so better than average day. Yeah, so good to see you too. How are you guys doing? Good evening. Good evening to you too, Puokonim. Feel so good, Nim, Uninim. How's everybody doing? I'm not today? What do you mean you're not today? What do you mean? Oh, you mean the ranking? No, you're actually number 2 now. It's just first time to chat. Oh, it's your first time. Oh, it's not your first time watching the stream, but it's your first time chatting. Okay, cool. I'm so glad you decided to participate. That's great. RM, good evening. Glad to hear it's better than average day. Well, you know, I mean, I'm streaming, right? Like, can't complain. How about you, Kwajanim? How you doing? How was your Monday? Kwajanim is doing okay. Alright, that's great. Good to hear. What did you do today? Did you go to work? Or are you enjoying like a summer break or something? Good evening, Sam. Did you have dinner? Did I have dinner? Yeah, I think so. Although I was working on something until very late last night. Actually, it wasn't last night. It was more like until very early this morning. And I think I went to bed. So technically speaking, I didn't go to sleep yesterday. I went to sleep, I think like 7 or 7:30 this morning. And I got up around, I think I got up past noon, like 1 or 2 o'clock this morning. I got up, and my first meal was the one that I had while I was out with my dogs just before the stream. So that was my first, and I'm hoping that was my last meal for the day. I'm gonna try hard not to eat anything before I go to bed tonight. If I go to bed, that is. So did I have dinner? Kind of. I kind of had my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. How about you? I know that was a much longer answer than it needed to be, right? How are you doing tonight? Good evening, yeah. BBC podcast 듣고 있다가 바로... Wow. Hey, you know, why not? Wasn't it interesting? What were they talking about on the podcast? 점점. Yeah. So, and you know what? After so I was really hungry by the time I was ready to eat. I was really hungry, and after I ate, I felt really good. I felt like I don't know. It could be just a coincidence, but I felt like it felt like I had just the right amount of food at just the right time during the day. It might have something to do with the type of food I had. I had like a huge salad and a little bit of pasta. And I don't know, it just felt right in a lot of different ways. And so I was just telling my wife earlier that maybe this is the kind of eating routine that best suits me. And so I think I'm going to try eating just once a day around like 4 or 5. You know what I mean? So eating just once a day around 4 or 5, that means no breakfast, no dinner, and please no late night snacks. I'm going to see how that works out for me. Oh, it was about the history of England. Okay, cool. I'm sure there's a lot to talk about there. 당충전. What happened to the red hat you always wear? You look different. No, I have a lot of hats. I have a lot of hats, and they're not all red. They're not all the same color. I have a variety of hats, and I guess I tend to wear a lot of red hats, but I just wear whatever I feel like that day. Looking different. Hey, I'm going to take that as a compliment, right? I mean, who wants to look exactly the same every time, right? Good evening, good evening. I finally have finished reading the Brave New World novel. What a shocking literature. Huh, Brave New World literature, okay. Is this live? If you want it to be. Hey, Muanim, what's up? Is this your first time tuning into the stream? Hey, MSN, what's up? How's it going? How's it going? I hope everyone is having a super duper day. Oh, I think I need some water. Oh, it's your very first time. Wow, okay. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. It's nice to have you. I hope we can see you more often in the future. A giant tumbler, yeah. A giant tumbler. Hey, Afmoonie, what's up? How's it going? Jainim? I'm doing all right. How are you doing? You know, as I always say, whenever I'm streaming, I'm having a better than average day. Sonanim, skipping dinner does make me feel lighter, not gonna lie, and I'm in the middle of something right now. I didn't catch what you said earlier. I don't think I said anything important, Sonanim. I don't believe I never really say anything important, do I? It's okay, you didn't miss anything. Hey, Tokyo-ni, what's up? What's up? Changjoni, if this wasn't live, would he be able to respond to your comment like that? Okay, that's exactly the sentence that we made together several streams back, right? Your pronunciation is pretty good. Oh, thank you. You know, I do my best. I know it doesn't sound exactly like a native speaker, but I do my best. And so should you. You guys should do your best too. And stop whining about, oh, it's hard. Just mimic the sound. Just mimic the sound. I know it's cringy. I know it's very, very uncomfortable. But just try it. Sam has been thinking of having just one meal a day around 4 or 5 p.m. Oh, is that what I was talking about before? Yeah, you see? Nothing terribly important. We're born to whine. I think so. But, you know, I'm sure we all have the capacity not to. Will do. Yeah. I've actually, when it comes to pronunciation, lately I've been working really hard on a special edition of my book, which is going to come out hopefully sometime in late September or October. And so I just finished the first draft, and I sent it over to my publisher. And it's not final yet, but as I was researching and doing a lot of, and when I say research, it's not really like looking online or anything. It's just kind of, diving into, just really analyzing and just spending a lot of time thinking about things and trying to put two and two together. And during the process, I've learned so many things. I've learned so much about English pronunciation, especially in terms of how I might be able to help other people improve their pronunciation. And I don't want to spoil too much. And frankly, I don't really have everything well organized at the moment, so I can't really say too much about it. But I feel like there's a lot more that I can actually do to help people improve their pronunciation. So we'll see what comes out, right? We will see. Time will tell. One meal a day would help you lose some weight, I guess. I think it's, humans, biologically speaking, and also evolution. From the perspective of evolution. We're not really meant to eat 3 times a day, although it depends on the amount of calories you burn on a daily basis, and it kind of depends on your, depends on the person, and also it depends a lot on what you eat rather than how much you eat. But I feel like, most of us are not really designed. We're not really meant to eat 3 times a day. Feel like I've been missing a lot on Discord, but I'll catch up tonight. It's okay, you're not. It's all there, And you've got priorities, right? That's what it means. You're just living the life. 1 meal a day, but what if that is a family-sized pizza? Well, from what I'm told, I guess it really kind of depends on what you're aiming for. If you're aiming for, losing a lot of weight and trying to balance. Trying to get a much better balance of nutrition and stuff and health. I guess, it doesn't really matter how much pizza you eat. Any pizza at all is actually not that good for you. But the whole point of eating once a day is you could eat whatever you want and how much you want. At least that's one of the options that you have, based on what I'm told. What's it like to speak English without thinking? I think a whole lot. I spend a lot of time thinking. I do a whole lot of thinking when I'm, maybe not as much as some of you, but I think. And I think when I'm speaking in Korean too. I subscribed since I got inspired by Kohem. Watched a video of the two of you. Oh, you did? Okay, cool. All right. I wonder how she's doing. We're not even designed to eat that much of carbo we intake. Yeah, carbs. And especially when it comes to things like sweets, sweet food. I heard that our bodies don't need sweet foods at all. Especially when it comes to sugar, it's totally not required. Do you have a favorite action movie? Do I have a favorite action movie? Favorite action movie? Do I have I don't know. I don't really have a favorite action movie. No. I don't think so, no. How about you? Maybe I'm forgetting something. I'm studying overseas with Sem's previous movies, and it's like a 가뭄의 단비. Cool. I'm so glad that I can help. My pleasure. So you're studying overseas. Where are you now? Eating a meal 3 times a day is really difficult. Again, it depends on what you eat. I guess the best kind of diet is to eat, and I think this is something that we all know about, we've all heard before, but eating very small portions throughout numerous times during the day. Like eating small portions numerous times a day. I heard that's one of the best diets you can be on. Of course, it depends on what you eat, but when it comes down to the number of times you eat and how much you eat, that's what I heard is one of the best options. Eating small portions several times throughout the day. Intermittent fasting helps losing weight. It is all about how to control insulin and blood sugar level. Yeah. And it's different for everybody, right? So like the type of food and the amount of food doesn't affect everybody in the same way, right? To the same degree. It's different for everybody. Why didn't you get the notification? Because I don't know. Because YouTube sucks. Been looking for a nice action movie these days. Oh, okay. Anybody got any recommendations? SG Neem is looking for a good action movie. John Wick? I mean, it's not bad. It's just not really a huge fan of John Wick. It's fine. Just Sicario. Yeah. Wow, your bot is so big. Yeah. Well, the one that I was using before, it's not big enough. I always run out in the middle of the stream. Yeah. It is. It is really heavy, actually. I know there is no secret recipe about everything. Knowing is one thing, implementing is another. Right, yeah. Just remember that you learn as you do. You learn as you do. You get better as you do. You don't get better as you just stack knowledge. And you know how they say knowledge is power? It kind of is to an extent. Unless you don't do anything with that knowledge, right? Knowledge really isn't power unless you do something with it. It looks like some sort of rocket launcher. On my phone, I got the notification 10 minutes later, which is weird. 10 minutes later? You mean 10 minutes after I scheduled the stream? I guess that's what you mean. Yeah. So knowledge is power, but at the same time, ignorance is bliss. Yeah. You're in China because I cannot speak Mandarin at all. English is the only method to communicate. Okay. Well, but I think I've said this before, but if I had a chance, if I were to ever, and who knows, right? The future is long. If I were to ever learn another language, I think it would be Chinese. Simply because of how much it is used worldwide. Plum can't go wrong with cold coffee? What? Oh, my wife and I, lately we've been really into this one particular coffee brand. It's a place called All That Coffee. I swear, I wish I could go every day. They just have the best coffee. Do you guys know that brand? JC. No, then when I got the notification on my laptop. Oh, okay, so you got the notification on your laptop before you got it on your phone. While I was chatting with you, I got it on my phone a moment ago. Oh, I see, okay. Oh, yeah, I really don't know, like, why they can't keep it consistent across all devices. Like, I don't get why. I mean, you wouldn't think that it would be that hard, right? It seems like such a simple mechanism, sending out notifications. Hello, Roll Name. How you doing? How are you doing? Are we done with all the hot and humid weather now? Or is it just one of those phases that we go through where it gets kind of cool and then it goes back to being like really hot and humid again? You're doing great. That's good to hear. What did you do today? Did you go to work? How was work? Have you ever been to the Sphere? No. Actually, I've never been to Las Vegas. Well, I have. Technically, I think I was in Las Vegas once, but it was back when I was very little kid. And I didn't even get a chance to get out of the car because my parents left me and my brother in the car and they went inside to gamble. And unfortunately, they got caught. I don't know if it's fortunately or unfortunately, but they eventually got caught and got in trouble. That was the only time that I was ever in Vegas. But I would love to go there sometime. Blitzning, I really, really want to go there someday. Yeah, it looks really cool. It looks real. Hey, Liam, what's up? I don't see the STT feature at the top of the screen. Help me understand the details of what you were saying. Yeah. Should I bring that back? I noticed it because I don't know if you remember me talking about this, but several days ago, I had to format my computer, my hard disk, where I had my main operating system running. I had to format everything and reinstall everything. And during the process, I have yet to install that particular feature for the OBS. And so I don't know. Should I bring it back? I'm not really sure if I should bring that back. Because some people actually found that kind of distracting. I did work from home, so productive. Oh, okay. That's great. You must have a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of discipline to work at home. You know what I mean? It's gotten a little cooler. Yeah, it certainly has. I'm just wishing that, we're like past the most hottest and humidest season, most humid season. I'm really hoping it doesn't get, hot and humid again. Because like if it's like today, and if it just gets cooler from here on out, I would be like so psyched. It's been a really hot and humid season, hasn't it? That coffee brand is in Seongsu too. Did you try Hyundai Department Store? Yes, I tried it at the Hyundai Department Store. And I don't know why it never occurred to me that I should try that place out. Like, I've been going there for a pretty long time, and it never occurred to me that I should check it out. But once I did, every time I go to that area, I always make a stop at that coffee shop. I'm trying to improve my English, especially for the job interview. I think it is so difficult because it is technical saying and I get easily nervous. Yeah, so you have to use a lot of technical terms like jargons and stuff. And, getting the nervous, I would get nervous too. I would be terrified if I had to go to an interview and do an interview in any language, actually. I'm considering Chinese as well, but is it a terrible mistake if I start studying by using educational contents? Would you just get used to it by consuming contents without deliberate? I guess it depends on like what your current level is. If your current level is like close to 0, I guess you have to use some sort of books or educational content. But I think you should always keep in mind that you can only really improve by using the language rather than just studying it. So studying only gets you so far, right? I think we all agree on that. I'm working at 치매 안심센터. Have you heard of that? No, I have never heard of that. Are you a doctor? 치매 안심센터. How could you be 안심해 about 치매? Like it's so awful. I guess that's why there are people like you who help people feel at ease. Even I haven't heard of 치매 안심센터 before I start. I see. So what kind of work do you do there? This kind of sounds kind of interesting. When you are dreaming, is it English or Korean? I have no control over it, and it's random. Sometimes it's Korean, sometimes it's English. And if I'm being honest, I don't think it really matters. Like, let's say it's all English and let's say it's all Korean. Like, what does that mean? It doesn't really mean anything, does it? Plum and coffee, the best combination ever? Really? Huh. Okay. If you say so. It's always great to see how those 24 turkey are this correct. I don't even know what turkey is. It's getting a little less humid. I remember someone told us here it was ipchu. Oh yeah, that's right. Someone mentioned it. I think it was yesterday. Not really sure. Do you watch anime? Can you give me an example? I don't think so. No, don't really watch anime. I don't think you should bring it back. It's okay the way it looks now. Yeah, okay. All right, well, if JC says we don't need it, then I'm assuming we don't need it. It says the main shop of all that coffee is one in Goyangsi. I guess there's... I heard they have a lot of shops in Ilsan? Wait, Ilsan is Goyang? I don't really know. I'm also learning Chinese at the same time, though. I was shocked many Western guys can speak Mandarin as well. Well, I think a lot of people are kind of feeling... that it is necessary because, I don't know, like 10 years from now, we don't really know what's going to happen, right? I mean, I think one of the biggest variables right now is AI. Who's going to take control over the AI market? Will it be the Chinese or will it be the US? Hi Sam, good evening. Any good ideas to improve intonation? I know I should listen as much English as I can, but just out of curiosity, are there any other tips for me? Okay, well, one thing that we should always remind ourselves, one thing that we always have to keep in mind is the best thing that you can do. The best thing that you can do when it comes to pronunciation, intonation, everything like that, the best thing you can do is to listen carefully and just mimic as closely as you can. That's really the best you could do. You can, what I mean by best is there's nothing besides that is better. Like that's the best thing you can do. Right? And so that should be what you're spending most time doing when it comes to your efforts to improve your intonation, pronunciation. You should be spending most of your time listening carefully and mimicking. What else can you do? I guess you can try recording yourself. I mean, I don't think I would do that because you can hear yourself as you're speaking, right? So I don't think I would necessarily go through the hassle of recording myself. Although I guess I could try, but I don't think it really makes that much of a difference. I guess it could make the process kind of interesting, but and what else can you do? I guess you could. Okay, so you're asking about your intonation, not pronunciation. I don't know. I have no idea. Oh, you think recording helps a lot? Okay. All right. I've heard this a lot. I don't really understand why it's so good and why it's so helpful, but I definitely have heard people say this a lot. I just don't know how that works, but... Hello! Why can't I see the subtitles on the screen? I think I used to see them on the... Yeah, after the last time I formatted my computer and I reinstalled everything, and as I was doing that, I decided, let's leave it out for now and see how people respond. And if it looks like the majority of you guys want it back, then I'll bring it back. But if you guys feel that it's okay, it's fine without it, then we won't have it. Because I think it could get kind of distracting, you know. I was just agreeing with what YG said. I actually don't know what it is like myself. I think it means you might have dementia, but you can feel kind of comfortable there. Chimyeonjim centers are in pretty much every district as far as I know. Really? Ilsan is part of Korea. I see, okay. I'll go to Totowa, New Jersey, next January for my internship. Always appreciate it, but I'm nervous. Totowa? Oh, there's a place called Totowa? In New Jersey? Really? Okay. I had no idea. Seem to love Kodak apparel. Well, I think, sure. I think I do. I like their designs. I like the color that they use. It's usually pretty nice, but not all of their products are very high quality. Actually, like I remember buying one backpack. It just feels really. It really feels like it's gonna rip easily. So I don't really use that bag all that often. I'm serving my alternative military service as a public service worker at a... Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, so you're kind of like an assistant. Okay, gotcha. I have a friend who worked at a fire station as a, as one of the firefighters, like first responder. He worked as a first responder. That's what he did throughout his military service. And I think if I had a choice, if I had to go back and redo my military service, I think that's the one I would choose to do, because when I hear his stories, I feel like you can gain so much valuable experience and skills. You can learn a lot of skills and knowledge that you would normally otherwise not have a chance to learn. Yeah, it's really cool. I love when he tells stories about back when he was doing that. I've tried recording myself and it was really cringe as hell. Yeah, that happens. Hey, imagine the cringe that I feel having to edit my own videos. It's so bad. No, there's nothing wrong. I just decided not to have it until there are too many people complaining about it, wanting it back. Then I might bring it back, but I just want to see what happens without it, because we never used to have it before. You know what I mean? Yeah, I already took my dogs out today. Yeah, we were out there because it was kind of cool today, It was okay to be out there during the day. And still a little bit, it did feel a little warm and a little humid, but much better than it was like last week, so. I've been studying English these days, but I'm not sure if I should memorize words from a vocabulary book. I am sure that you shouldn't. I am sure that you shouldn't. Now, you said you're not sure if you should, but I'm here to tell you that I am sure that you shouldn't. If you have the time to look through a vocabulary book, you should probably just, I think it would be just better to chat with ChatGPT or something. Oh, really? Okay. I'll keep that in mind. I'm taking a 3-day course on global affairs starting tomorrow at the National Human Resources Development Institute. Interesting. Okay. National Human Resource Development Institute. Interesting. As part of, like, how did you get yourself enrolled in that program? I do want to know how to do CPR. Oh yeah, CPR. Yep. I heard that if you're doing CPR properly, like the right way, like just doing it for like 2-3 minutes, you should, like, even in winter, like really cold winter, you should be sweating like crazy, is what I heard from that friend. And you can really never, you have to have like a group of people taking turns. You can't have one person doing it the whole time. It's almost physically impossible, from what I hear. But you've been doing this for more than 7 years, so are you supposed to be immune to cringiness? Well, I guess I've kind of gotten used to it. Without subtitles, I can focus more on you, but it's harder for me to hear your English. Yeah. But harder harder to understand what the person is saying. If you think about it, that's actually closer to real life. That's how it is. That's what the conditions are in real life, in actual use. So in a way, although you feel like you're having a harder time keeping up with the conversation and dialogue and what I'm saying, but still you are experiencing what it feels like in real life, right? So that's actually closer to the real thing. So maybe that's better. It kind of depends on how you look at it. Right. If you don't mind me asking, what did you do for military service between just ROC, Navy, or Air Force? I was just in the Army. Yeah. And I was a Katusa. If I had just gone to the military, I would never have experienced this, and I've gotten to meet a lot of different people while working here. That's good. Yeah, the experience is good. You might break his rib cage. That's how hard it should be. Right. So you should be pressing down on the rib cage, almost as if like you were gonna break it. Right. 국가 공무원 인재 개발. I see. Okay. Okay, cool. So you are a public service worker, yes? Patients usually get their ribs broken as first. Yeah. Do you try something new or stick to your usual drink when you go to a new cafe? When I go to a new cafe, it depends on like what their what drinks they because some, not all, but some coffee shops tend to, they have, not all again, but there are some places that promote certain type of drinks. So it really depends. I don't really have a rule. I just go, I take a close look, and whatever I feel like. Any fun story at Katusa? Well, there was this one time they were having us do push-ups. At first, we had to do 30. And when we're finished with 30, then we have to do 20. And when we're done with 20, then we have to do 10. That's what they made us do. And then, when we were getting really tired, they would yell in our faces like, why are you complaining? It's getting easier every time. The way they mess with your brains like that. You finished reading my book twice? Holy crap. But the most surprising thing is that I felt like I've never read it when I was reading your book the second time. Really? I see. That's kind of how I felt when I was watching Memento for the second time. Well, it's actually not that awesome. It's just, it's just one of the things that you could do instead of just, joining the ROC military. I'm planning to start an international business even though I'm only 21 years old, but I have a big dream for my future. Okay, you're planning to start an international business. Wow, you're only 21 and you're already thinking about that stuff? Man, when I was 21, I was such a stupid kid. I think finishing it even once is almost like a miracle. I'm pretty sure like 90% of the people who buy the book don't even finish it once. when I have a conversation with foreign guys, okay, who speak English fluently and notice my grammar mistake, I'm losing confidence, feeling shy. Any advice? How do you feel about foreigners who don't speak Korean very well? How do you feel about those people? Do you think they should feel the same way you do? Think about that. And the way I see it, when foreigners are talking to you, if there is any reason that they wouldn't want to talk to you, is not because your English sucks, is because you're just uncomfortable to talk to in terms of your attitude. That's the way I see it. That's how most people will respond to you when they're talking to you. They are not put off by your lack of English proficiency. They are put off by your lack of enthusiasm and your lack of willingness to engage in a dialogue. That's what they would be put off by. Not because of your bad English. And how do I know this? It's because that's how people are in general. Isn't that how you feel about foreigners who speak bad Korean? It's not the bad Korean that puts you off. It's their bad attitude. You know what I mean? Speaking of your book, after learning some expressions from it, I found it quite awkward to use them for the very first time, and even my intonation didn't come out well, so I had to say them again. Well, yeah, of course, when you're learning something for the first time, it's impossible to instantly connect with it in a natural way. It takes a lot of repetition, right? So let's say that you understand everything that's in the book. You understand it perfectly. But it's going to take, I would say it would take a couple of years. Even if you were a very fast learner and you were spending a lot of time on it, I think it would at least take 2 years. I mean, if it's possible to master everything that you see in a book, I would say it would take at least 2 years. Even if you were like the fastest learner and you were the smartest person in the world, these things take time. You have to come to terms with that. Oh, it's 9 o'clock, guys. 9 o'clock. Let's begin. I have a short dialogue for you guys today. Let's go over the dialogue. You guys ready? I think it doesn't matter if foreigners already know your English skills, but if you start the conversation, you have to be confident. Whenever it comes to like confidence, what I usually say is, so if my English was bad, if I couldn't speak English very well, the one thing that I would try to focus on, the one thing that I would try to do more than anything else when I'm talking to a foreigner is to just make it obvious that I'm happy to be talking to them. That's the one thing that I would focus on. I would just forget everything. Like, who cares? Like, yeah, okay, my English is bad. There's no way to hide this. They know. I mean, who am I kidding, right? At least let me show them that I'm happy to be there talking to them. I think that's really the only thing that counts. Of course, if it's like an interview or you're giving a speech or like a presentation or something, it's a completely different story. But when you're there, just casually having a conversation with other people, the one thing that really matters, in my opinion, is to show that you are happy to be there talking to them. That's really it. Because you're not there to take a test. You're not there to have an interview with anybody. You're there to you're there to socialize, right? You're socializing. So just be happy that you're there, you know. Okay, so today's dialogue, let's begin. How was your weekend? It's a little too big. 뭐 나야 뻔하지 뭐. 넷플릭스랑 비디오 게임. Oh, you know me. Netflix and video games. Netflix and video games. 나는 주말을 이렇게 보내는 게 제일 좋다. 이런 말을 어떻게 하죠? 이런 말을 좀 함축적으로 하는 방법이 있을까요? 뭐 나야 뭐 너도 알잖아. 내가 어떤지. 넷플릭스랑 비디오 게임이지. But let's say that you want to express that 나는 주말을 이렇게 보는 게 제일 좋다라는 이런 식의 얘기를 좀 함축적으로 어떻게 하면 좋을까요? Best way to spend the weekend? Well, favorite way, best way, 이것도 좋아요. It's my favorite way. It's my favorite way to spend the weekend. It's my best way to spend the weekend. best보다는 favorite가 좀 더 좋을 것 같아요. It's my favorite way to spend the weekend. 그런데 아마 여러분은 다른 맥락에서 쓰이는 이 표현이 여기서도 이렇게 쓰일 수가 있겠구나. 그러네. 라는 거를 좀 느꼈으면 좋겠어요. Just the way I like it. Just the way I like it. 잠깐만. 그러네요. 폰트가 바뀌었네. 왜 이러지? 잠깐만. Is that better? How's your weekend? Oh, you know me, Netflix and video games. Just the way I like it. Just the way I like it.
How was your weekend? Oh, you know me, Netflix and video games. Just the way I like it.
Just the way I like it. Just the way I like it. How's your weekend? Oh, you know me. You know me. Netflix and video games. Just the way I like it. Just the way I like it. Just the way I like it.
How was your weekend? You know me, Netflix and video games. Just the way I like it.
자, 이 you know me 할 때요. 한 두 가지 정도의 그 억양으로 얘기할 수 있어요. You know me 이렇게 할 수 있고요. You know me. 너도 나 알잖아. You know me 이렇게 하든가 아니면 You know me. You know me. 한 요 정도 두 가지 정도로 생각하면 돼요. You know me. Netflix and video games 또는 You know me. You know me. Netflix and video games. You know me. You know me. Netflix and video games.
How was your weekend? Oh, you know me. Netflix and video games. Just the way I like it.
Just the way I like it. Just the way I like it. Just the way I like it. Just the way I like it. How about you? Prisca and I spent the night in Damyang. Do you guys know Damyang? Prisca and I spent the night in Damyang. Bamboo. Paragliding. You went there 2 weeks ago? Cool. All right. How's your weekend? Oh, you know me. Netflix and video games. Just the way I like it. How about you? Prisca and I spent the night in Damyang. Prisca and I spent the night. Do you guys, have you ever come across someone named Prisca? As I was making this dialogue tonight, as I was making this dialogue, I think I made this not tonight, like a couple months ago, but I actually had a classmate named Prisca. Back then, I had no idea this was such a unique name, but like she was the only person that I've ever heard, like ever known with the name Prisca. You've heard of Priscilla. That's another, it's kind of similar, but that's another very, very unique name. Francesca? Okay. I think that's, I mean, it's not that common, but it's compared to Prisca, I think it's pretty common. Francesca. Anyway, so Prisca and I spent a night in Damyang. Damyang. That sounds super boring. 그런 얘기를 어떻게 하죠? 취향을 많이 타는 거? 그러니까 안 좋아하는 사람도 충분히 많고 이거는 뭐 좋아하는 사람만 좋아하는 이거는 좀 이쪽 취향이 맞아야 하는. How would you say that? In English. Okay, so I will give you a more casual way to say it, okay? A very casual way. It's not for everybody. Well, it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. Simpler, right? More casual. How's your weekend? Oh, you know me, Netflix and video games, just the way I like it. How about you? Prisca and I spent a night in Damyang. Damyang? That sounds super boring. Well, it's not for everybody. Well, it's not for everybody. Don't worry about that. You don't have to worry about that.
How was your weekend? Oh, you know me. Netflix and video games. Just the way I like it. How about you? Prisca and I spent a night in Damyang. Damyang? That sounds super boring.
Prisca and I spent the night in Damyang. Damyang? This sounds super boring. Well, it's not for everybody.
Okay. I'm kidding. 좋았겠다. 좋았겠다. How do you say that? 그쵸, 그냥 sounds fun. 뭐 이것도 괜찮고요. ChatGPT says Prisca is another form of Priscilla, and it came from Latin name Priscus, which means old ancient. Oh, okay. All right. I had no idea that Prisca is another form of Priscilla. Yeah. Didn't know. I'm kidding. Must have been nice. Damyang? I don't think I've been there.
How was your weekend? You know me, Netflix and video games. Just the way I like it. How about you? Prisca and I spent a night in Damyang. Damyang? That sounds super boring. Well, it's not for everyone.
I'm kidding. Must have been nice. Damyang? I don't think I've been there before. I don't think I've been there. What'd you guys do? I want you to imagine this. So before this dialogue, okay, before this conversation took place, let's say that A and B have talked about something before. A has told B about the possibility of him and Prisca 도시에서 벗어나서 사는 것에 대한 얘기를 전에 한 적이 있어요. Okay? And right now, A wants to remind B of that. Okay? 어떻게 그걸 할 수 있을까요? 여러분이라면 어떻게 하시겠어요? 만약에 이 대화가 있기 전에 이전에 도시에서 벗어나서 사는 살러 갈 수도 어딘가로 멀리 갈 수도 있는 어떤 그런 가능성에 대해서 언급을 한 적이 있어요. 그거를 B한테 상기시켜 주고 싶어요. 어떻게 말을 하면 좋을까요? 어떻게 말을 시작하면 좋을까요? Okay. Remember I talked about Me and Prisca. Okay. Remember me telling you about. Okay, 그것도 괜찮고요. Didn't you once say? 그거는 상대방이 한 얘기에 대해서 내가 확인하는 거고. 지금은 분명, 그러니까 나는 당연히 알고 있죠. 내가 한 얘기니까. 내가 상기시켜주고 싶은 거예요. Okay. That's okay. It's alright. Okay. 저는 이렇게 상상했어요. Remember I told you how we might wanna move away from the city someday? someday 붙였으나? 붙여 쓰는 것 같다. Someday. 아닌가? Yeah, someday. Remember I told you how we might want to move away from the city one day? Someday. Remember I told you how we might want to move away from the city someday? Remember I told you how 이렇게 말을 시작하는 방식이에요. Move out of the city? Yeah, you could say that, sure. You could say that. But I don't know exactly why, but in this context, I would prefer away. Remember I told you how we might want to move away from the city someday? Okay, again. How's your weekend? Oh, you know me, Netflix and video games. Just the way I like it. How about you? Prisca and I spent a night in Damyang. Damyang? That sounds super boring. Well, it's not for everybody. I'm kidding. Must have been nice. Damyang? I don't think I've been there. What did you guys do? Remember I told you how we might want to move away from the city someday? Okay. 우리 언젠가 도시에서 벗어나서 살면 좋겠다고 했던 거 기억나? 네, 대략적으로 맞아요. Yes. 네, 대략적으로 지금 맞아요. 근데 여기서는 그러면 좋겠다가 아니라 지금 보면은 we might want to죠. We might want to. 그러니까 그렇게 하고 싶은 건지 안 하고 싶은 건지도 모르는 단계일 수도 있잖아요. 그렇죠? 그렇죠? 근데 언젠가는 그러고 싶을 수도 있다. 조금 다르게 얘기하자면 언젠가는 그렇게 하고 싶어서 그런 결정을 내릴 수도 있다. 그런 의미들이 좀 내포되어 있는 거죠. Okay. Remember I told you how we might want to move away from the city someday?
I'm kidding. It must be nice. Damyang, I don't think I've been there. What you guys do? Remember I told you how we might want to move away from the city someday?
Okay, very good.
I'm kidding. It must have been nice. Damyang? I don't think I've been there. What did you guys do? Remember I told you how we might want to move away from the city someday?
Okay. 그렇죠. 약간 이런 느낌으로요. 언젠가는 원할 때가 있지 않을까? 이 느낌이 딱 적당한 것 같아요. 플라피님이 지금 하신 거. 우리가 언젠가는 그 도시에서 벗어나서 살기를 원하지 않을까? 라는 얘기 했던 거 기억나? 이거죠. Remember I told you we might want to move away from the city someday?
I'm kidding. Must be nice. Damyang. I don't think I've been there. What did you guys do?
오케이, 지금 좀 전에 half모님이랑 우리 다이어님이랑 두 분 다 어디에서 약간 그 intonation을 교정했으면 좋겠냐면 I don't think I've been there 이거 있죠. 이걸 할 때 been은 짧게 하고 이거를 강세를 주시는 지금 특징이 있었는데 been의 강세가 들어가야 돼요. I don't think I've been there. been there. there는 다시 내려와야 돼요. 오케이? there 여기서 there가 중요한 게 아니라 I've been이 중요한 거예요. I've been이 중요한 거기 때문에 I don't think I've been there. I don't think I've been there. I don't think I've been there가 아니라 I don't think I've been there. 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 Okay?
Remember I told you how we might want to move away from city someday.
Okay. Someday 하고 맨 마지막에 내려오는 게 아니라 지금 이거는 yes or no question이기 때문에 쭉 올라가야 돼요. 끝이 쭉 올라가야 돼요. Remember I told you how we might want to move away from the city someday? 이렇게 someday 이렇게 올라가야 돼요. Remember I told you how we might want to move away from the city someday? 올라가요. 내려오면 안 돼요. 기본적으로 yes or no question은 올라가야 돼요.
Well, it's not for everybody. I'm kidding. It must be nice. Damyang, I don't think I've been there. What did you guys do? Remember I told you how we might want to move away from the city someday?
Okay. Okay. 네이버 검색해서 이것저것 해보고 디스코드 음성 설정 자동으로 감도 조절 끄기 했어요. Oh, is that why we can hear it a little better than before? 그러네요. 그러고 보니까 해프모님께 좀 더 잘 들리는 것 같네요. 그 전보다. Yeah, it's I didn't notice it. Okay. 다시요. How's your weekend? Oh, you know me, Netflix and video games, just the way I like it. How about you? Prisca and I spent the night in Damyang. Damyang? That sounds super boring. Well, it's not for everybody. Dude, I'm kidding. Must have been nice. Damyang, I don't think I've been there. What'd you guys do? Remember I told you how we might want to move away from the city someday? 아, 그래. 아, 그래. 너네 진심이구나. 헐, 너네 진심이구나. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. You guys are serious. Remember I told you how we might want to move away from the city someday? Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. You guys are serious. Oh, shit. You guys are serious.
I don't think I've been there. What did you guys do? Remember I told you how we might want to move away from the city someday?
Okay. 야, 빈이 너무 길었어요. 짧아야 돼요. 길이가 길어지는, 그러니까 강세가 들어간다고 해서 길어지는 건 아니고 강세는 들어가지만 짧아야 돼요. I don't think I've been there. I don't think I've been there. Been there. Been there. I don't think I've been there. What'd you guys do? Remember I told you how we might want to move away from the city someday? Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. You guys are serious. Oh, shoot도 가능하냐고요? 물론 가능하죠. Yeah, yeah. 가능하죠. Yeah, of course. 뭐 거의 뭐 가능성으로 따지자면 뭐 거의 다 가능하죠. Yeah. Okay. 그런 거 같아. 오늘 진심이구나. 그런 거 같아. I think so, yeah.
I don't think you've been there. What did you guys do? Remember
What did you guys do가 아니라 What did you guys do? What did you guys do? 쭉 한 다음에 do. What did you guys까지는 그냥 쭉 중요하지 않아요? 했느냐, 뭘 했느냐. What did you guys do? What'd you guys do?
Remember I told you how we might want to move away from city someday.
뭐, 결국은 또 내려왔잖아요. No. 끝. 그러니까 다 깔더라도 맨 마지막에 올라가야 돼요. 지금 우리 다이어리님은 올라갔다도 내에서 내려왔어요. No. 끝이 올라가야 돼요. Someday 올라가야 돼요. Remember how I told you we might want to move away from the city someday? 왜냐면 묻는 거잖아요. 기억나? 이렇게 돼요. 기억나. 이러면 안 되죠. 기억나? 이렇게 돼야 되잖아요. 그렇죠? 내가 이렇게 했던 거 기억나. 이러면 안 되잖아요. 그렇죠? 한국어도 그렇잖아요. 기억나? 올라가야 되는 것처럼. Someday?
I don't think I've been there.
Okay, that sounds better. I don't think I've been there. Yeah, how's your weekend? Oh, you know me. Netflix and video games. Just the way I like it. How about you? Prisca and I spent a night in Damyang. Damyang? That sounds super boring. Well, it's not for everybody. I'm kidding. Must have been nice. Damyang? I don't think I've been there. What'd you guys do? Remember I told you how we might want to move away from the city someday? Oh, yeah. Oh, shit, you guys are serious. I think so, yeah. 그럼 지역 알아보러 갔던 거네. 뭐 이런 비슷한 얘기요. 딱 이거를 단어 그대로 영어로 옮긴다는 거 말고 그냥 이런 내용으로 얘기를 하고 싶은 거예요. 그러면 지역을 알아보러 갔던 거네. Remember I told you how we might wanna. 여기서 how가 이해 안 돼요. 없어도 말이 되지 않나요? 이게요. 물론 네, 맞아요. 없어도 말이 돼요. 그런데 여러분이 영어를 배우시면서요. 말이 되고 안 되고라는 기준으로 그걸 기준으로 배우진 않았으면 좋겠어요. 왜냐면 그걸 기준으로만 배우면은요. 지금 이렇게 배울 필요가 없어요. 이렇게 배울 필요가 전혀 없어요. 왜냐면 오로지 뭐 그러니까 왜 여러분이 이건 꼭 이제 말이 된다 안 된다라는 이 말뿐만 아니라 왜 여러분이 평소에 많이 따지시는 거 있죠. 이래도 되느냐 안 되느냐. 이렇게 이걸 여기서 이 단어로 이렇게 바꿔도 그게 가능한지 가능하지 않은지 이 기준에서 언어를 배우는 것 자체가요. 좀 제가 추구하는 방식이랑은 완전히 다른 방식이에요. 그 기준으로 생각하는 거는 약간 서바이벌 영어 그냥 손짓 발짓 해도 통하면은 그렇게만 하면 되는 약간 그런 관점인 거고 여러분이 배웠으면 하는 것은 what I want you to learn is what they say. That's what I want. I want you to learn how they say it, how they express it. So what I'm trying to say is efficiency is not my top priority. Okay? 그 영어를 물론 그렇게 할 수도 있어요. 그것도 하나의 길인 것 같아요. 만약에 여러분이 나는 뭐 이것저것 뭐 원어민처럼 얘기할 필요 없으니까 나는 오로지 효율성만 따지고 싶다 하면은 that I think that's an option. It's a viable option, but that's not the way I want you guys to learn. Okay? Alright. 그리고 이 how가 잠깐만 how 어디 있지? 이 how가 단순히 이렇게 될 수 있는 단순히 그 가능성과 그 사실을 얘기를 하는 게 아니라 일이 그런 식으로 흘러갈 수도 있다라는 것을 가리켜요. 지금 이 말이 좀 어렵다라는 거 아는데 이걸 한번 볼게요. Do you remember how we used to just hang out with other kids in the neighborhood? 이거를 해석을 하면은 일단 used to가 나왔기 때문에 예전에는 뭐 이런 얘기죠. 예전에는 야, 우리 예전에는 그냥 그 동네에 있는 다른 애들이랑 그냥 같이 놀았었던 거 기억나? 지금 이거예요. 이건데 왜 how지? 일단 여러분이 그 좀 뭐랄까 여러분에게 상기시켜 드려야 하는 것 중에 하나가 뭐냐면 이게 이런 게 있어요. 그 많은 분들이 어떠한 실수를 하냐면 how나 뭐 do, just 이런 단어들 있죠. 이런 단어들. 이런 단어 이 정도로 간단하고 쉬운 단어에 대해서는 나는 알 거는 다 알고 있다라는 착각을 하고 계시는 경우가 많아요. 뭐 with 이런 거요. 오케이? with는 뭐 이거는 나는 with에 대해서는 다 알지라고 생각하시는데 그렇지가 않아요. You don't know everything about even the simplest word. Okay? So what I'm trying to say is there is still a lot for you to learn. There is a lot for you to learn. 좀 아직 아무리 간단하고 이미 다 나 이 단어에서만큼은 대해서만큼 난 알 건 다 알아. 근데 그게 아닌 경우가 진짜 많아요. 오케이? how도 그래요. 이게 오로지 지금 이 how가 오로지 어떻게 뭐 방법을만 나타내는 단어가 아니라는 거예요. 오케이? 그래서 이 how는 어떻게 쓰인 거냐? 단순히 이 사실을 가리키는 게 아니라 우리가 예전에 이렇게 지냈었던 그 사실만을 그냥 그랬었던 사실만을 가리키는 게 아니라 우리가 그런 식으로 했던 그렇게 했던 그죠? 약간 식으로 이분이 말씀하신 것처럼 약간 그런 식으로 했던 그 방식. 오케이? 그런 의미를 내포를 해요. 오케이? 이거는 이 how의 이런 활용을 많이 봐야 돼요. 오케이? 오케이. 아니에요. 어떻게가 아니에요. 어떻게가 아니라 그런 식으로 지냈던 거. 그런 식이었던 거. how 대신 the way? No. 해도 되는데 잠깐만요. Do you remember the way we used to Do you remember the way we used to? 네, 괜찮아요. 그리고 비슷해요. 여기서 how를 the way로 바꿔도 비슷하긴 해요. 근데 너무 해도 되는구나. Yeah, you can do that. 그렇게 해도 돼요. how가 더 자연스럽냐? 그 둘만 비교를 해놓잖아요. The way랑 how만 놓고만 비교를 하면은 The way가 좀 더 딱딱한 느낌이긴 해요. The way가 좀 더 딱딱한 느낌인데 how가 보통은 더 그냥 조금 더 casual하고 더 자연스러워요. Alright? 근데 아무튼 그래요. Alright. 어떻게로 봐도 되지 않냐고요? 그럼 해석이 안 되지 않나? 해석이 안 되지 않나? 이걸 어떻게라고 하면 어떻게 해석하죠? 그러면 원래 문장에서 how의 의미가 그런 식으로 전에 말했다는 건가요? 원래 문장에서 이거요? 아니요. 그런 식으로 잠깐만. Yes. 맞아요. Yeah. 맞아요. 공부하고 있는 방법이 의심스러우면 어떻게 하냐고요? 그 본인이 하고 있는 공부 방식을 한국어를 배우는 외국인에게 권할 건지를 스스로 한번 물어보세요. 지금 내가 하고 있는 이 방식을 한국어를 배우는 원어민에게도 내가 추천을 할까? 한다면 왜 할까? 안 한다면 왜 안 할까? 그런 식으로 한번 따져보세요. 오케이? 그럼 어떤 대화가 이어질 수 있냐고요? 응? 어떤 대화가 이어질 수? 어디서요? 어떤 대화요? 우리가 놀던 식 기억나? 그런 상대가 뭐라고? 놀던 식이요? 이렇고 이런 식으로 놀았던 거 기억나? 이렇게 해석을 하는 게 맞죠. 놀던 식 기억나가 아니라 야, 우리 예전에 이런 식으로 놀았잖아. 기억나? 그쵸? 거기에 대해서 상대방이 뭐라고 하는지는 그 사람 마음이죠. That's I don't know. 모르니까 글쎄요. I don't know. 뭐라고 할까요? What do you think? 기억나. 예를 들어 달라고요? Okay. All right. Do you remember how we used to just hang out with other kids in the neighborhood? Sure. Sure. Those were the days. 뭐 이런 식으로 대답할 수 있지 않을까요? 경스님. Okay, so where were we? Oh yeah. Oh shit, you guys are serious. I think so, yeah. 그런 것 같아. So you guys were out there scouting for locations. So you guys were out there scouting for locations. So you guys were out there scouting for locations. 그렇지 뭐. 그렇지 뭐. Pretty much. 이런 식으로 짧게 여행을 다녀오는 거를 한 달에 한 번 정도 하고 있고 이번이 3번째였어. 이 얘기를 너무 그 단어 하나하나만 내용 지금 이해했죠? 지금 방금 제가 한 얘기를 잠깐만 저 사람 지금 정확히 어떤 단어를 써서 저렇게 말했지 중요하지 않아요. 내용만 이해했으면 됐어요. 영어로 해보세요. 이런 식으로 짧게 이렇게 여행 다녀오는 거를 한 달에 한 번 정도 하고 있고 이번이 3번째였어. Okay, 지금 제이슨이 we've been doing it once a month. We've been doing this on a monthly basis. Okay, 뭐 그것도 괜찮고요. This is our 3rd time. We've been there 3 times so far. We've been doing this. Okay, so we've been doing it. 이걸 할게요. We've been doing it about once a month. And this was our 3rd time. 이 it를 만약에 풀어서 얘기를 한다면 going on these little trips 이런 식으로 좀 풀어서 자연스럽게 얘기할 수 있어요. Going on these little trips. We've been doing it를 풀어서 얘기를 한다면 doing it를 여기서 doing it 있죠. We've been doing it. Doing what? Going on these little trips. What kind of trips? These, location scouting trips. Okay. So we've been going on these short locating scouting trips about once a month, and this was our 3rd time. 이해하셨죠? 이제 어려운 거 나왔다. 한국어로 안 돼. 여러분이 해석을 해주세요. So you guys are really committed to the whole rural life thing. So you guys are really committed to the whole rural life thing. 아, 진심. 그러네. 이것도 잘 맞네. 진심이다. 아. 와, 그게 그렇게 이어지네. 그러니까요. 기능의 진심이. So you guys are really committed to the whole rural life thing. rural. rural. 그냥 뭉개세요. 괜찮아요. rural. rural the whole rural life thing. 사창리 오세요. 기능에 딱 좋아요. I don't even know where that is. Is that in China? 아, 그건 스촨인가? 아, 오케이. 스촨이랑 헷갈렸던 거. 스촨 아닌가? 이런 지역이 있지 않나요? In China? I don't know. 어디서 들어본 것 같아서. So you guys are really committed to the whole rural life thing. Which 도? 스촨성? 물 좋지, 공기 좋지, 물고기 많지. Yeah, that's all I'm looking for. 스촨성 있다고요? 매운 거 좋아하는? What? 화천에 있는 작은 말? 사청리? Okay, so again, how's your weekend? Oh, you know me, Netflix and video games, just the way I like it. How about you? Prisca and I spent a night in Damyang. Damyang? That sounds super boring. Well, it's not for everybody. I'm kidding. Must have been nice. Damyang? I don't think I've been there. What did you guys do? Remember I told you we might want to... remember I told you how we might want to move away from the city someday? Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. You guys are serious. I think so, yeah. So you guys were out there scouting for locations. Pretty much. We've been doing it about once a month, and this was our third time. Wow, so you guys are really committed to the whole rural life thing. Okay. 사실 난 좀 받아들이기 그동안 힘들었는데 그러니까 원하는 거니까. So this is something like we want to say something like this, okay? 자, 여기서요. 하나의 idiomatic phrase를 한번 써보죠. We're going to use 이 좀 받아들이기 힘들다. 여기서 we're going to use an idiomatic phrase. Okay?
I'm kidding. It must have been great. Damyang? I don't think I've been there. What did you guys do? Remember I told you how we might want to move away from the city someday? Oh yeah? Oh shit, you guys are serious? I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. You guys are serious? I think so, yeah. So, you guys were out there scouting for locations? Pretty much. We've been doing it about once a month, and this was our third time.
So you guys were out there scouting for locations. Pretty much, we've been doing it about once a month, and this was our third time. So you guys are really committed to the whole rule of life thing.
DK님 건 잠시 뒤에 읽을게요. Okay, 자, 여기서 we're going to use an idiomatic phrase, okay? Well, it's honestly been a pretty big pill to swallow for me. But it's what Prisca wants. So I've 얘기를 했어. 받아들였어? accepted 괜찮아요. accepted. 근데 여기서는 조금 다르게 쓸 거예요. I've come to terms with it. I've come to terms with it. admit는 인정을 하는 거고요. 인정을 하는 거고요. 그건 좀 다르죠. 인정하는 거는 좀 달라요. admit는. So I've come to terms with it. Well, it's honestly been a pretty big pill to swallow for me, but it's what Prisca wants, so I've come to terms with it. Okay. So, I don't know why. This is so funny because it actually makes sense. It's funny because it makes sense. 근데 이런 식으로 활용하는 전 본 적은 없어요. Yeah, it's clever. It makes sense. That is great. Well, it's honestly been a pretty big pill to swallow for me, but it's what Prisca wants, so I've come to terms with it. Okay. Dang. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think it's great. 그런 자연의 속에서 오케이. 이렇게 얘기를 하면서 근대로 넘어갈 거예요. Who hates being in nature? hate는 이런 맥락에서는 잘 안 써요. 네. Who doesn't like 내지는 who wouldn't like. Who doesn't like, who wouldn't like. Who wouldn't like, who doesn't like. 보통 그 정도로. Okay. Who wouldn't like, you know, being out there in nature and everything. 뭐 이 정도로 부드럽게 넘길게요. 근데 이 말 한 뒤에 바로 이어서 근데 어떻게 있죠? Who wouldn't인데? Who wouldn't like being out there in nature and everything. 오케이, 이거는 잠시 뒤에 할게요. 이 근대는 잠시 뒤에 할게요. 나는 지금 이렇게 살다가 매일 소똥 냄새 맡으면서 일어나는 안대로 갈 수 있을지 모르겠어. And everything은 뭐냐면은요. 왜 한국어에서도요. 얘기를 하다 보면은 딱 한 가지만이 아니라 그거랑 뭐 그런 거. 막 자연이고 막 이런 거 저런 거 있고. 그쵸? 약간 그거를 조금 더 그냥 폭넓게 이렇게 가리키고 싶어서 딱 자연만의 얘기를 하는 게 아니라 자연과 그런 것들. 자연과 그런 것들. 오케이? 이런 애도 좀 영어스럽네요. 제가 영어를 너무 직역으로 해석한 것 같아요. 자, 여기서는 여러분이 아주 특정한 phrasing을 하나 연습을 했으면 좋겠어요. 여기서는 아주 특정한 제가 I have a very specific phrasing in mind, okay? 그거를 좀 그거를 너무 의식해서 해석을 해놓은 것 같은데 그럼 지금부터 보여드릴게요. I don't think I can go. From all this to waking up to the smell of cow shit every day. I don't think I can go from all this to waking up to the smell of cow shit every day. So, I don't think I can go from, 여기서 중요한 phrasing은 뭐냐면 go from A to B예요. go from A to B고 전체적인 phrasing이 어떻게 됐냐면 I don't know if I can go from A to B. I don't think I can go from A to B. 지금 A와 B 자리에 각각 그렇죠? A 자리엔 뭐가 들어왔어요? all this. 이 모든 거. 지금 그게 한국어에서는 뭐였어요? 지금 이렇게 살다가 그렇죠? 이렇게 해서 뭔가 누리고 있다라는 느낌이 있죠. 그거를 사실 영어에서는 크게 뭐 다르게 할 필요 없어요. 그냥 all this. I don't think I can go from all this to 어디요? Waking up to the smell of cow shit every day. Okay? Dang, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think it's great. I think it's great라는 것은 아주 잘된 일이다. 아주 좋은 일이다. 좋은 일이라고 생각한다. 누가 싫겠냐? I mean, who wouldn't like being out there in nature and everything? 자, 여기서는 저라면 이거를 여러분 물론 이거를 but로 할 수도 있어요. but로 할 수 있는데 여기에 어떤 말이 정말 잘 어울리냐면 대부분의 한국 사람들이 잘 못 배우지만 원어민들은 거의 매일 하루 중에도 정말 많이 쓰는 그쵸? It's just that. It's just that. Okay? It's just that. Dang, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think it's great. I mean, who wouldn't like being out there in nature and everything? It's just that I don't think I can go from all this to waking up to the smell of cow shit every day. Don't get me wrong. I think, don't get me wrong. I think it's great. 이런 말들의 이 조합이요. 제가 if를 썼나요? 선아님. if가 잘못 봤다고요? 오케이. if가 들어갈 때는 I don't know. I don't know if I can 또는 I don't think I can. I don't know if I can. I don't think I can. By the way는 잘 안 쓰냐고요? 잘 쓰죠. 왜 안 써요, 그거를? With that said, 이 자리예요, 혹시? 안 어울려요. 안 어울려요. Dang, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think it's great. Who wouldn't like being out there in nature and everything? It's just that I don't think I can go from all this to waking up to the smell of cow shit every day. 지금 이 사람이 여러분 It's just that가 지금 JC가 님이 설명하고 있죠. 그걸 방해하는 유일한 이유를 설명할 때 네, 이거예요. 그러니까 유일하게 걸리는 한 점에 대해서 얘기를 할 때 It's just that라고 해요. 이거는 단순히 but however과는 좀 달라요. It's just that는 단지 이거 하나가 걸린다라는 얘기를 할 때 It's just that라는 말을 해요. 오케이? 그래서 이거는 아마 근데 이거를 너무 또 그렇게 해석을 안 했으면 좋겠어요. 근데 한 가지 걸리는 거는 이렇게 해석을 안 했으면 좋겠어요. 제가 적어도 느끼기에는 It's just that라는 이 표현은 한국어로 자연스럽게 해석할 때는 근대예요. 그냥 근대. 그냥 근대예요. 와, dang. I mean, don't get me wrong. 아니, 뭐 내 말 오해하지 마. 난 정말 잘 된 것 같아. 아니 자연이랑 그 막 자연이 있고 그런 데서 사는 걸 누가 싫어하겠어. 근데 나는 그냥 이거예요. 근데 나는 이렇게 살다가 그런 데로 갈 수 있을지 난 진짜 못 그럴 것 같아. 그냥 그거예요. 내포된 의미는 그거. 근데 이 말의 그러니까 해석은 근대지만 그것이 이 말을 보통 쓰는 그 취지는 그거예요. 이거 다 좋고 다 잘 된 일이고 다 좋지만 나는 그렇게 못 하겠는 게 이것 때문이야. 오케이? 난 이게 하나 가지가 걸려. That's it. 내 남친이 다 좋은데 이것만 걸린다 할 때요. Sure. 뭐 역시나 이제 근데 이제 문장을 봐야겠죠. 자연스럽게 떨어지는지는 문장을 봐야 알 수 있죠. 단순히 조건만 가지고 볼 수는 없고. I love my boyfriend. It's just that he's too short. 그럼 so what? 그래서요. 주제 전환할 때요? 아니요. 주제 전환할 때? No.
Well, it's honestly been a pretty big pill to swallow for me, but it's what Prisca wants, so I've come to terms with it. Well, it's honestly been a pretty big pill to swallow for me, but it's what Prisca wants, so I've come to terms with it.
Okay.
Damn, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think it's great. Who wouldn't like being out there in nature and everything? It's just that I don't think I can go from all this to waking up to the smell of cow shit every day.
Dang. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think it's great. Who wouldn't like being out there in nature and everything? It's just that I don't think I can go from all this to walking up to the smell of cow shit every day.
오케이. 지금 요거 연습하실 때요. 어떤 연습을 했으면 좋겠냐면 to 앞에서 잠깐 쉬세요. to 앞에서. I don't think I can go from all this to waking up to the smell of cow shit every day. 이렇게요. Okay? Does that make sense? 그런 느낌이어야 돼요. I don't think I can go from all this to waking up to the smell of cow shit every day.
Well, it's honestly been a pretty big pill to swallow for me. But it's what Prisca wants, so I've come to terms with it. Dang, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think it's great. Who wouldn't like being out there in the nature and everything? It's just that I don't think I can go from all these to waking up to the smell of cow shit every day.
All right.
Well, it's honestly been a pretty big pill to swallow for me, but that's what Prisca wants, so I've come to terms with it. Dang. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think it's great. Who don't like being out there in nature and everything? It's just that I don't think I can go from all this to waking up to the smell of cow shit every day.
Yeah. 아리님 그 스트림 채널 디스코드 스트림 채널 가서 들어보세요. 이거 인성킴님 거.
Damn, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think it's great. Who wouldn't like being out there in nature and everything? It's just that I don't think I can go from all this to waking up to the smell of cow shit every day.
약간 흑인 느낌이 나다가 맨 마지막에는 약간 남부 그 악센트가 느껴지네요. Cow shit every day. It's okay. 네, 저 사람 원어민이에요. He's a black guy from Texas. 오디오에 나오는 분들 구독 지금 일단 채팅하고 계시면 다 구독자고요. 그리고 지금 이 들리는 거는 제 이 화면상에 요거 있죠. 요거 지금 움직이는 거. 이게 지금 디스코드라는 앱인데 지금 채널에 멤버로 가입이 돼 있으시면은 이 디스코드 링크를 받을 수가 있어요. 물론 디스코드 앱이 설치돼 있어야 되고요. 그래서 그 링크를 타고 오면은 이거를 이용하실 수 있으세요. 오케이? 근데 디스코드를 활용 방법을 한 번도 활용 안 해보셨으면 조금 적응이 필요해요. So take your time. Take your time. How was your weekend? Oh, you know me, Netflix and video games, just the way I like it. How about you? Prisca and I spent a night in Damyang. Damyang? That sounds super boring. Well, it's not for everybody. I'm kidding. Must have been nice. Damyang? I don't think I've been there. What'd you guys do? Remember I told you how we might want to move away from the city someday? Oh, yeah. Oh, shit, you guys are serious. I think so, yeah. So you guys were out there scouting for locations. Pretty much. We've been doing it about once a month, and this was our third time. So you guys are really committed to the whole rural life thing. Well, it's honestly been a pretty big pill to swallow for me, but it's what Prisca wants, so I've come to terms with it. Dang. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think it's great. Who wouldn't like being out there in nature and everything? It's just that I don't think I can go from all this to waking up to the smell of cow shit every day. There's no cow in Damyang, mate. Is that true? How was your weekend? Oh, you know me, Netflix and video games. Just the way I like it. How about you? Prisca and I spent a night in Damyang. 담양 시골까지는 아니에요. Okay. 그러면 그걸 하나 추가할까요? Dude, it's not that bad. 소가 없다고요? Really? 오리는 있다고요? 오리는 서울에도 있지 않나? How's your weekend? Oh, you know me, Netflix and video games, just the way I like it. How about you? Prisca and I spent a night in Damyang. Damyang? That sounds super boring. Well, it's not for everybody. I'm kidding. Must have been nice. Damyang? I don't think I've been there. What did you guys do? 영주에 소 많다고요. 영주는 또 어디야? Remember I told you how we might want to move away from the city someday? Oh, yeah. Oh, shit, you guys are serious. I think so, yeah. So you guys were out there scouting for locations. Pretty much. We've been doing it about once a month, and this was our third time. So you guys are really committed to the whole rural life thing. Well, it's honestly been a pretty big pill to swallow for me, but it's what Prisca wants, so I've come to terms with it. Dang, I mean, don't get me wrong, I think it's great. Who wouldn't like being out there in nature and everything? It's just that I don't think I can go from all this to waking up to the smell of cow shit every day. Dude, it's not that bad out there. I think K is kinder than B. Maybe. Maybe. Okay. Scouting and looking for 차이가 있냐고요? 차이가 많죠. 스카우팅은 좀 포괄적인 의미인 것 같고요. looking for는 어느 특정한 거를 찾는 거다라는 얘기고, scout는 좀 더 포괄적인 의미예요. 약간 답사의 느낌이라면, 네, 그렇죠. 네, scout라면 약간 답사의 느낌이라면 look for는 어떤 걸 찾는 거고요. Damyang is famous for its noodles. It's my first time hearing that. Noodles, really? Interesting. What kind of noodles? All right. Okay, that's it. 중요한 표현들이 뭐였을까요? You know me. You know me. And just the way I like it. 어떤 음식에 대해서도 이렇게 많이 얘기를 하고요. 딱 내 좋아하는 스타일이다. Okay, just the way I like it. Sounds super well. It's not for everybody. 이것도 중요하겠죠. 취향에 따라서 많이 갈린다라는 이런 얘기를 할 때 it's not for everybody. Must have been nice. 너무 기본적인 거지만 you can never really underestimate how important this is. 이게 얼마나 많은 반복이 필요한 건지를 진짜 과소평가해서는 안 돼요. 정말 정말 많이 해봐야 돼요. I don't think I've been there. 이것도 너무 기본적인 거지만 지금 보고 계신 분들 중에 조금 이제 시작한 지 얼마 안 되신 분들은 이런 것도 정말 많이 연습해야 되겠죠. I don't think I've been there. What you guys do? Remember I told you how we might wanna 뭐 중요한 이 부분. Remember I told you how 그렇죠? Oh yeah, oh shit, you guys are serious. You guys were out there scouting for locations. We've been doing it about once a month, and this is our third time. 이런 식의 문장 흐름도 익숙해져야겠죠. 단순히 보고 머리로 이해를 할 수 있는 것과 이런 문장을 실제로 내가 내 입으로 소리를 내서 말할 수 있게 되는 거. Completely different thing. 완전 다른 거죠. 그 빈도나 그런 뭐 이런 뭐 횟수나 이런 것에 대해서 얘기를 이렇게 연속적으로 하는 거. We've been doing it about once a month and this was our third time. 사실 이것조차도 본인이 알아서 얘기를 하지 못하시는 분들 많이 있을 거예요. 연습 많이 하시고요. 연습할 때는 항상 여기 나와 있는 그 변수들 있죠. once a month 이런 빈도 그리고 this is our third time 말고 서수 이 횟수에 해당하는 부분을 바꿔가면서 be committed to something, are really committed to something. 뭔가에 진심인 거. 뭐 혹시 진심인 것보다 더 적당한 표현이 있을지 모르겠네. 아무튼 예, 일단 지금으로서는 그게 제일 비슷한 것 같아요. So you guys are really committed to something. 뭔가에 진심인 거. You guys are really committed to the whole rural life thing. Okay. It's honestly been a pretty big pill to swallow for me. 그동안 나는 그동안 그게 받아들이는 게 굉장히 힘들었다. 받아들이기 힘든 그것을 big pill로 비유를 해서 그 받아들이는 과정을 이제 삼키는 과정으로 이렇게 표현을 많이 쓰는 표현이에요. Swallowing a big pill, a hard pill to swallow, big pill to swallow, big, hard 이렇게 많이 얘기를 하고요. I've come to terms with it. 받아들이는 거. 나의 현실로 받아들이는 거. 약간 이런 느낌이에요. 뭐랄까? 약간 그 조건을 받아들이는 약간 이런 느낌이에요. Come to terms with it. Don't get me wrong, I think it's great. 그러니까 누가 어떤 얘기를 하는 거에 대해서 내가 자꾸만 어떤 그런 부정적인 생각을 표현한다거나 그렇게 반응을 보이는데 그러면 그러지 않고 supportive 할 수도 있는 건데, 그렇죠? 그런 상황일 때 Don't get me wrong, I think it's great. 내 말을 오해하지 마. 정말 잘된 일이라고 생각해. 하면서 이런 얘기까지 하고, 그렇죠? 누가 싫겠어. 단 나는 이것 때문에 그게 안 될 것 같아. Right? 면접장에서 뭘 써요? Big pill to swallow? Sure. 외국 항공사 면접이고 좀 격식 있는 곳이라서 오늘 배운 표현을 사용해도 되나요? Sure. 뭐 cow shit 뭐 이런 얘기만 안 하면 되지 않을까요? 뭐 dude 면접관에게 dude 이런 말은 피하면 좋겠죠. 면접관이 where are you from Damyang? Oh, I haven't heard of this place. Do they have Starbucks? Dude, it's not that bad. 그쵸? Dang! 막 이런 말만 안 하면 될 것 같아요.
Well, it's honestly been pretty big pill to swallow for me, but it's what Prisca wants, so I come to terms with it.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I think it's great. I would like being out there in nature and everything. It's just that I don't think I can go from all this to waking up to the smell of car shit every day.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I think it's great. Who would like being out there in nature and everything? Just that, I don't think you can go from all this to often smell cow shit every day. Dude, it's not that bad out there.
Yeah, dude, it's not that bad out there. Okay, all right, that's it today. That is it today. 빨리 좀 더 느는 방법이 있을까요? Sure. 있죠. 지금은 어떻게 하고 계시는데요? 페이님? 선생님 생활 필수편 하루에 2개씩 보면서 암기하고 토익 공부 및 워홀 준비하고 있어요. 제가 일단 권하는 거는요. 어떤 식으로든 영어로 누군가와 그냥 일상에 대한 얘기를 나눌 수 있는 자리를 찾으세요. 어떤 식으로든. 뭐 실제로 만나서 얘기하는 것만 더 좋고, 그게 아니면은 채팅으로라도 뭐 화상으로라도 누군가와 일상적인 얘기를 그냥 편하게 나눌 수 있는 그런 환경을 어떤 식으로든 찾으세요. 오케이? 그거를 챗GPT랑만 한다? 아예 안 하는 것보다는 낫지만 it's better than nothing, but it won't give you a very real-like experience. 진짜와 같은 그런 경험을 주지는 못해요. 실제 사람이랑 얘기를 막 해야 되고요. 그리고 유튜브로 시간 때우기로 뭔가 그냥 재미를 위해서 보실 때 한국 컨텐츠 말고 영어 컨텐츠 많이 보세요. 그냥 대화하는 거 있죠. 그냥 일반적인 얘기 그런 대화. 일상적인 대화 나누는 대화. 너무 테크니컬한 거 말고, 물론 본인이 필요한 게 그런 테크니컬한 거면 그런 걸 찾아야 되겠지만. 네. 그리고 그거 말고도 그거의 밑바탕에 깔려 있어야 되는 거는 내가 평소에 영어를 많이 접하고 계셔야 돼요. 영화를 보든 미드를 보든 뭐 인터넷으로 찾아보든 소셜 미디어를 이용하든 영어 교육용 컨텐츠 말고 실제로 영어가 그냥 쓰이는 거를 많이 보고 들어야 돼요. 그러면서 내가 배우고 싶은 표현들이 등장했을 때 어디에 써놓고 많이 많이 보면서 문장도 많이 만들어 보고요. 근데 아까 처음에 얘기했던 그게 제일 중요해요. 실제로 영어를 그냥 일상적으로 누군가와 대화하는 식으로 그냥 쓰는 거. 채팅이든 실제 음성으로 대화를 하는 거든 많이 해야 돼요. 그러다가 그 대화가 끝난 뒤에 내가 이런 말은 뭔가 영어를 잘 못했다. 이런 얘기는 아예 내가 말을 몰라서 못했다. 이런 거는 따로 한번 준비를 해보세요. 내가 이런 말을 오늘 못했는데 이걸 영어로 어떻게 하지? 그때 이제 챗GPT 같은 거 이용해서 안내를 받으면 되겠죠. 이 얘기 영어로 어떻게 해? 그 다음에 그거를 나의 대본이라고 생각하고 막 외우고요. 등등등. 야, 뭐 그런 것들? 뭐 일기 쓰는 것도 괜찮고요. 네, 그쵸. 네. 그런 것도 진짜 무시 못해요. 챗GPT랑 대화할 때는 챗GPT가 막 중간에 막 그런 막 well, you know 하면서 막 이렇게 막 할 말을 찾으면서, 그러니까 좀 뭐랄까, 그런 챗GPT는 항상 얘기가 완벽하게 나와요. 그리고 정말 효율적으로 항상 나오고요. 실제로는 안 그래요. You know what I mean? 그래서 이게 진짜와 같은 그런 경험을 많이 해봐야 뭐 당연한 거죠. 실전처럼 연습을 많이 해야 실전에서 실전력이 생기는 거겠죠. 그렇죠? 네, 맞아요. 이것도 제가 항상 거의 매번 얘기하는 거지만 저희가 이렇게 대화 형식으로 된 그 자료가 많잖아. 이거를 가지고 누군가와 같이 그 역할을 나눠서 A, B 번갈아 가면서 대화를 계속 해보는 그런 것도 정말 중요하고요. Right. 네, 그렇죠. 그리고 챗GPT는 서로 중간에 막 내가 yeah, I know what you mean 하고 이렇게 갑자기 끼어들면 얘가 갑자기 멈춰있고 막 그런 어색한 타이밍들이 생기잖아요. 뭔가 이렇게 주고받는 게 자연스럽지가 않단 말이에요. 꼭 내 차례가 끝나야 제 차례 끝나고 이런 식이라서 당근에서 같이 영어로 프리토킹? 와우, 오케이. 그런 것도 하는구나. 사람 구해서 한 적도 있다고요? Yeah, do that. 아, 그리고 또 한 가지는 뭐 예를 들어서 어떤 특정한 환경에서 내가 영어를 써야 할 일이 있다면 내가 그 상황에서 할 것 같은 얘기들을 한국어로 쭉 먼저 나열한 다음에 그걸 챗GPT한테 영어를 다 바꿔달라고 한 다음에 그걸 대본처럼 그냥 외우고 다니고 뭐 그런 것도 괜찮고요. 그냥 저는 일상을 영어로 보내요. 혼잣말을 다 영어로 안 나와도 해요. 문장 어떻게 만드는지. Yeah, sure. That's great. 외국인 흑인 친구 있긴 한데 저는 웬만하면은 외국인 친구가 있다고 해서 영어를 연습하기 위해서 그 사람이랑 대화를 한다는 생각은 최대한 안 했으면 좋겠어요. I don't think it's fair. 그건 좀 잔인한 것 같아요. 친구랑 얘기하는 거는 그냥 친구로서 즐겁게 시간을 보내는 거고. They're people. 외국인 foreigners are not chatbots. I've noticed that some Korean people they treat foreigners like chatbots. They're not chatbots. 그리고 반대로 외국인을 꼭 무슨 영어 시험 감독관처럼 바라보는 사람들도 있어요. 그것도 it's not fair. It's not very cool, okay? They're human. They're human beings just like you. 영어 배우려고 말 걸다. 한국어 배우려는 외국인이랑 교환이 좀 더 자연스러운 것 같아요. How does that work? 그게 어떻게 되지? 교환 언어라는 게 어떻게 되지? 나는 한국어로 하고 걔는 영어로 하는 거예요? Just buy them some food. Buy them some food. If you find somebody that needs to learn Korean, yeah, that's when it works out. 원어민 아닌 외국인 친구랑 친해져서 원어민이 아닌 외국인이나 그러니까 영어 원어민이 아닌 외국인 친구 영어로 대화하는데 그 친구 중동 억양이 저한테 붙어가지고 웃겼어요. Yeah, that could be funny. 그것도 있던데 그 영어 배우려는 러시아? 나 영어가 제 외국어인 친구들이 모여서 같이 이야기하면 금방 된다고. 그냥 무조건 영어로 하면 되죠. 영어로도 자연스러운 대화하다가 또 다른 주제는 한국어로 정신 없겠네. Okay, thanks for tuning in, guys. Have a great rest of your evening, and I will see you all hopefully very soon, okay? Have a good night. Thanks for tuning in.